DGens, what's up, guys? What's up, my DGen family? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, what is going on with the market? A lot of people are upset. I'm seeing all kinds of comments on the videos. People saying, "Good luck, man. I left Jasmy. Good luck, man. I'm selling my Jasmy." Okay. Okay. Good luck with that, Let me know how that works out in a couple of days when Jasmy pops up 200% and you're standing there going, "Why did I sell my Jasmy before it popped off?" But you do you, boo-boo, right? You do you, boo-boo. That's how we do. All right, let's go have a look at the Jasmy chart here. We've come below the 30-day SMA. Which is fine, guys, as long as we don't close below there. So yeah, right now altcoins are kind of getting the oxygen sucked out of the room by Bitcoin, and I mean, it's to be expected. I just showed a chart, I think the day before yesterday, of Benjamin Cowan showed a chart from the 2020 cycle at this time in, I want to say, same time in November. And what happened very briefly was like a V-shaped drop and then recovery, violent recovery for the altcoin market in the middle of November. And it's basically just Bitcoin sucking the oxygen out of the room, like I said, to keep its run going, right? So here's the thing that I don't understand, or it's not that I don't understand. It's just it's not altcoin season, guys. It's like I don't know how some people cannot drill that into their heads, right? It's not altcoin season. It's Bitcoin season, right? And people are, for some reason, whining and complaining that whatever altcoin they're in isn't popping off, right? It's like, why is Jasmy not going parabolic? Why is Jasmy not going parabolic? Let me show you something, okay? Let me show you something. Altcoin season is up here at 75 and above. 75 and above, as you can see right here. Altcoin season. Bitcoin season, right? Where are we right here? We're at a 33. Altcoin season starts at 75. So we are not even kind of close to altcoin season, right? We are probably 2 months away, a month and a half to 2 months away from the beginning of altcoin season. And yet people are still whining and complaining that altcoins aren't going crazy. I don't know if it's because of a lack of experience in the market. I don't know if it's just a lack of the ability to control emotions. I don't know, but you got to knock it off because it's not altcoin season. So stop sitting there. I've used this analogy before. Okay, whining that it's not altcoin season, that altcoins are not popping off in Bitcoin season, is like putting up your Christmas tree in July and then complaining that Santa hasn't come to put presents under your tree in July. It's not Christmas. What the hell are you doing? Right? It's the same thing. People complaining that it's not altcoin season. Knock it off. Right? Knock it off. It's tough love time for some people, right? All right, so let's go over to the Bitcoin chart. All right, so as you see, we've come inside of this golden pocket here. We closed inside of there, very bullish. We've wicked up to the top of the golden pocket twice now, bouncing between 94 and 95K. You like how exact, eh? Tell me, do you like how exact I nail it? Like, I put this box up here when we were down below this resistance level, and I said this is where we were going to come. That was what? 4 days ago, I put this here, and look where we've come. Look how it perfectly lined up. I don't know. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. So we're ping-ponging here. We may come back down we may come back down after ping-ponging. We may come back down and test this level right here again as support, because we have not really tested this level here, okay, acted as resistance for 6 days in a row. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, before we finally broke through. We closed above it, but we haven't tested it as support. So we may come back down and test this $91,800 level to build it as a support level now, right? It's probably what's going to happen over the next couple of days. Let's come back down, right? Just like this. Whoop. Ping pong off of here a couple times, build a support level before coming back up, maybe breaking through, right? Either way, that's how it's kind of got to go. You got to build support levels as you go, guys. Otherwise, if you don't build this as support, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. We'll come up into this box. We'll hit $100,000 or just below $100,000. And because there's so much selling volume there and so many shorts, we will violently get rejected off of $100,000. And instead of getting caught right here, we'll fall all the way back down here because we didn't build any support up here, right? So that is why support levels are important. And you have to build them. So you have to stair step your way up, right? So yeah. So there's that. All right, let's go have a look at the crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles. Look at Swift is making yet another run to the upside, guys. Up another 12.5%. 203576 8675309. Absolutely. Bitcoin is actually up though, 2.7% on the day. But yeah, Swift is having a very, very nice run. Carrying my portfolio today. Love to see it. Look across the broader market, guys. I may deploy some more capital here, to be honest with you. I may deploy some more capital. I feel it is, one of the last opportunities to do something here. So in terms of stuffing bags. Now, a lot of people, so what we do over on the Patreon, guys, is we do a lot of swing trades as well, right? And a lot of people over on the Patreon are sitting there with dry powder right now. And I know you guys are watching and you're listening. I do have an idea for a swing trade tonight that I'm going to be live over on the Patreon this evening after the live stream. And we're going to talk about it. So if you guys want to get in on this swing trade, you got to get over to the Patreon, okay? So make sure you're there. The link is in the pinned comments. It's in the chat. It's in the description. Don't be late. I will be live over on the Patreon after this live stream is concluded. So yes, there is some good DCA opportunities out there, guys. Right. So let's get into what's going on. Now, I talked about this earlier today, but I just wanted to show it one last time. Hara tweeting out, guys, in Hara's own words, okay? He said, developing Janction, and Jasmy will be the utility coin that will act as the reserve currency on top of Janction. So for everyone that's saying, Jasmy has no utility, what's the utility? Your answer right from Hara himself is that Jasmy will be the utility token in the layer 2 Janction ecosystem, okay? So there you go. It does have utility. It is related to Janction. That is directly from Hara himself. That is not from some YouTuber. That is not from someone that on X or something like that. That is right from the horse's mouth. DMV Boss says, big news for Jasmy holders. I covered this a little bit earlier. South Korea's largest exchange, Upbit, has officially listed Jasmy. This marks a huge milestone to unlock even more potential for growth. Increased exposure. Listing on Upbit brings Jasmy to one of Asia's largest crypto markets. Massive liquidity, now accessible to over 9 million active traders on Upbit platform. Broader adoption, more listings, more trust, more holders, and more growth. Bull market ready. Timing couldn't be better for the new listing. Now, guys, this is big news to be over in Korea. We know that Jasmy has been Hara has been working hard to expand very largely into Korea. So I'm going to do a little bit of a flashback here to May, guys. And I showed this earlier. Jasmy and C2E sign a strategic partnership to expand business between Japanese and Korean markets. So Jasmy Lab Inc., the company behind the Layer 2 blockchain Jasmy, specialized in data utilization, has agreed to a strategic partnership with Chain Limited, the operator of the Web3 project C2E, an anonymous bulletin board with 4 million users in Korea. C2E is a project to explore new possibilities for the X2E model through a new community-to-earn model that offers rewards for community activities within its own active message board community. C2E, flagship product of the C2E wallet, a reward wallet that makes it extremely easy for Web 2 and Web 3 users. Guys, they have their own wallet. The point here is that they're going to be connecting their C2E wallet with over 4 million users is going to be integrated into the PDL system, the personal data locker. This is how Jasmy achieves a 107 million active PDL addresses by 2026, okay? By massive onboarding of this magnitude. Now, you do the same thing. You look at the partnership that we've just seen with Upbit today, or last night, sorry. Now, Upbit has over 9 million users. Do you see what's happening? Follow the white rabbit, Neo, right? Very, very bullish stuff, guys. And all it takes is a little bit of research to figure this stuff out, guys. That's all it really takes, right? Or just watch my live streams and I'll point it out for you. Onyx, a little bit of Onyx news, guys. The countdown begins 10 days until the end of the first month of our public Zeely campaign and ambassador program, as well as a new round of gas refunds coming the last weekend of the month. Still haven't staked or claimed your staking rewards? Refund deadline is the 30th of November for this month's refunds. And right now we are looking at, let me show you here. We are looking at an APR currently of 35.13%. That is absolutely beastly, guys. I love it. If you want to learn more about DeFi staking and finding fantastic APR opportunities for passive income, get your butts over to the Patreon, guys. The link is in the chat. All right, what else do we have? Meta Lawman, what is he talking about today? Here we go again. Digital asset securities, unbelievable. So the SEC made up the term digital asset securities. Then, and they used that term for 3 years. And then about 2 months ago, they apologized in court, admitting they made the term up and that it had no relevance. And they apologized and said, we won't use this term anymore. We're sorry for the confusion it caused in the market. Okay, that's what they said. And here we are today, right? 2 months later, check it out. The checks are in the mail. We are sending out more than $4.6 million to investors harmed by BitClave's PTE LTD's unregistered ICOs of digital asset securities. They're out there using this term after promising the judge they would stop using this term because it's not a term. It's nothing, right? But then here they are using it again. Do you see why judges are telling the SEC that they're acting with no faithful allegiance to the law, right? They think that judges don't see this kind of behavior, right? I promise you that people are bringing this stuff to the attention of the judges, right? Digital asset securities, they just don't learn. They just don't learn, right? Thank God Gary Gensler is getting his butt, his tuchus removed from the SEC. Jack Muller says strategic Bitcoin reserve will be one of the most important economic announcements in U.S. history.
I think the unique positioning on the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, I think if this happens, this will be one of the most important economic announcements in U.S. history. I think it'd be on par with 1971 and Nixon. However, what I think is not being talked about enough is it's positive, Caroline. It's positive.
Because you'd have to go out there and buy in the market, but will that actually happen?
No, my meaning is this. In 1933, the U.S. had a really big economic announcement. What was it? We're taking all your gold. In 1971, the U.S. had a really big economic announcement. What was it? We're divorcing ourselves from the gold standard so we can print money. In 2008, the U.S. had a really big economic announcement. What was it? It was we're bailing out all the big banks that misbehaved. In 2025, if the U.S. has a really big economic announcement, what is it? It's we're pro-technology, we're pro-innovation. What principles and morals and ethical alignment does Bitcoin have? Equal rights, equal opportunity, an open network. These are American ideals, American values. This is an asset that was accessible to the people 15 years ago that the people own. Governments only own 2, 3, 4% of this asset. This asset is held by the people. It acts in the best interest of the public. It's pro-jobs, it's pro-energy, it's pro-industry, it's pro-growth. And does anyone else have a plan to get us out of debt? Are we going to start a lemonade stand out here in Times Square? No, how about the best performing asset in the history of mankind? We lean into it, we buy it. Coinbase is an American company, Stripe's an American company, Kraken's an American company, Tether sells the US dollar. Let's support these businesses. Let's support this industry.
But the market cap is less than NVIDIA for the entire crypto ecosystem. When does that become bigger?
I think when people buy it, listen, I think that ego gets in the way of many people. People think they're late to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, right? I think that late according to who? Oh, because you're comparing yourself to Michael Saylor, you're comparing yourself to your college roommate, you're comparing yourself to your coworker. Over the last 15 years, the best thing you could have done is buy Bitcoin. And I think that's going to be true for the next 1,500 years. And so as a country, I think we have a choice. I think everyone else around the world is understanding we are pro-growth, pro-business, pro-Bitcoin as this new administration takes office. And we have to make a decision. I think the worst thing we can do is not own enough. And actually, to de-risk this, we should buy some and push these American ideals in technology and innovation and growth through the best performing asset and technology in mankind.
He's not wrong, guys. And you're going to start to, you're already starting to see. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we covered that Poland is going to do the same thing. They announced a Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. We know that some of the states like Pennsylvania are talking about doing the exact same thing, guys. So there's not going to be no Bitcoin left, guys. I'm telling you. All right, what else do we got? Crypto's regulatory future brightens as Gary Gensler's likely to exit.
Altcoin Daily to talk. This is Scott Melker, host of the Wolf of Wall Street's podcast, here with Aaron Arnold of Altcoin Daily to talk about Gary Gensler, who has been a thorn in the side of the crypto industry for 4 years. But it looks like he will likely be resigning if Trump even becomes president. What does this mean for the industry, Aaron, and who's likely to replace him?
Yeah, good to be here, Scott. And if you're wondering why Bitcoin continues to make higher highs, this is one big reason. The suppression on the crypto industry from the U.S. regulators is about to be lifted in a big way. And that's largely because Gary Gensler is about to be out of here. Now, Gary Gensler's official term ends June 5th, 2026, so he'll definitely be gone at that point. But Donald Trump is putting a lot of pressure on Gary Gensler to resign day one. He says, I'm going to fire Gary. And so far, good news, and the market is pricing this in, it seems like everybody who's kind of in the running for this position is pro-crypto. So three of the big names. We have Dan Gallagher, a former SEC commissioner who currently serves as Robinhood's chief legal officer. We have Mark Ueda, currently a Republican SEC commissioner who has been critical of the way Gary Gensler has done things with crypto. And then also Trump's former SEC chair has suggested Rob Steppins, a corporate lawyer out of New York. And, other names have been suggested: Hester Pierce, crypto mom, Paul Atkins, another former SEC commissioner who was part of Trump's 2016 transition team. But the big takeaway here, Scott, is every name that is suggested seems to be exactly what crypto holders would want: somebody pro-crypto, Even the people that he's nominated for other positions who have little to do with regulations are all pro-crypto. I haven't seen one person Trump is putting forth that is anti-crypto in any way, but specifically it matters for this position. And it seems like we are going to get a pro-crypto SEC chair. And to go even further, Trump is going to be meeting with Brian Armstrong, the CEO and founder of Coinbase, soon. And the report states that it is specifically to talk about, who to bring on the administration to be pro-crypto. So that's pretty good.
Effectively, every person that voted for a cabinet position so far, even outside of something financial, is pro-crypto or is an outspoken Bitcoiner. We're even seeing now Brian Brooks,
taking over,
the former OCC CEO of Binance US, also being floated for SEC chairman. So to your point, I don't think we can lose here. Anything is exponentially better than Gary Gensler, and we're getting pro-crypto names, and we're getting an environment of less regulation. So I think it's the governor is off, so to speak, for the crypto industry, and we're going to see what this industry can really do over the next 2 to 4 years. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Yes. Taken over. All right. What else do we got out there, guys? All right. So the Bitcoin therapist says people are going to watch MicroStrategy and Bitcoin climb higher and higher for the next 6 to 12 months in utter disbelief. You get it at the price you deserve. So you can sit on it, you can wait for it, or you can pounce. It's up to you. It has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with your decisions. BlackRock and Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETFs did a combined $4.17 billion in trading volume today. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? What do we got here? For XRP holders, guys, tokenization in real-world assets is the ultimate goal and creation of crypto.
Yeah, I do think it's significant in many ways. I think, what you actually have here is you have a market structure, a regulated market structure that is wrapped literally around cryptographic tokens, in this case, Bitcoin tokens, and the safekeeping of those, the record keeping of those, and the actual, kind of underlying transfer and liquidity. And so that is a market structure that is now being interacted with by the very largest financial institutions in the world, and they're coming together and working with great firms like Coinbase and others who are providing the actual critical crypto infrastructure around some of this. So I think it's a very significant moment because it's demonstrating that you can have a security or a digital token and you can have those work together. But I think the broader piece here is it underscores that, at least in the case of the SEC, and you could read Gensler's comments, and I think he's being pretty transparent about how he thinks about this, which is he lost a court case and he's just doesn't want to get sued again. That's kind of what he said. But I think there is more, because I think that the SEC has a much deeper understanding of this whole field and of the technology and of the operators and the risks and what kind of disclosures you might need. I think there's just a far greater understanding than 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It just continues. And so, when Larry Fink gets on television the next day and says, this is just the tipping point. This is the tipping point towards tokenization. The tokenization of financial assets broadly and of other types of property is going to change the way the financial industry works. It's going to, change access to finance and financial products and other things, which I deeply believe. I think that's an indicator that, I think BlackRock is perhaps one of the largest securities issuers in the world. And I think it suggests confidence that, tokenization is going to be coming on in a significant way, and that we're going to see some of the very, very biggest asset issuers in the world issuing tokenized versions of those assets this year. And so that's significant. And so I do think it is not just about, is this validation for Bitcoin? I think it's about the whole technology architecture, what it represents. And I think, we're all sitting here because people are interested, right? And that this is here and it's not going away. And so I think it's a significant shift for all those reasons.
The SEC won't let me be, so let me be. All right, we got some Algorand news for you guys. Algorand partners with Nigeria to boost blockchain innovation. Guys, I have been telling you for 2 years, Algorand. After the conclusion of the 6-day hackathon in the Nigerian state of Taraba, the Algorand Foundation announced that they will partner with Nigeria's officials to foster blockchain growth. The partnership aims to drive technological innovation, encourage cryptocurrency adoption, and potentially stimulate economic growth. Talks have been in motion with Nigeria and various governments officials for the blockchain initiative as early as 2022. Algorand's latest hackathon in Nigeria took place in Taraba State. The 6-day event included engagement from the local public sector, community building initiatives, and developer training. At the end of the event, the Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, was signed by the state government in Nigeria and Algorand. Ben, I'm not even going to Anuoa, the Algorand Foundation's head of affairs in Nigeria, praised the hackathon and its developer program for inspiring innovative solutions to advance development in local states across the country. The foundation's new partnership outlines the plan to further explore technological opportunities and implement Algorand's blockchain technology throughout various government operations. The signing of the MOU includes an agreement that Algorand technology be used in innovating agriculture, healthcare, identity management, governance, education, and economic solutions. According to Algorand, the foundation settled on having a hackathon in Nigeria's Taraba state due to its youthful population and yearning for technological improvements in the region. Over the past 7 days, Algorand token has gained 56% to the upside as Bitcoin surpassed 90K on November 4th. Algorand continues to grow. You'll love to see it. On top of that, guys, I have a little video here from Insane Algorand Staking Alpha, guys, from AJ Wright's Crypto. We are going to be doing a lot of DeFi staking, not only with Onyx Coin and Jasmy, but with projects like Algorand as well.
I'm going to ask the question.
Sure.
I have 100 Algorand. I stake it for a year. How many Algorand do I have at the end of the year?
Sure. So, I mean, we've run some models on this to kind of give people an idea of what to expect when they're buying hardware and getting involved in the work that's going to be required to stake. And so there's a bunch of little parameters you got to think about. So one is how much you stake. Let's say 100 algo as an example. Two might be how much of the global Algorand is kind of online, right? Is being staked. And so Ethereum's got about 25% of all ETH is currently staked. The last time I checked, that may not be accurate as of this moment, but as of the last couple of weeks, it was. We're looking between 15 and 20%. So if we have about 15 to 20% of all algo part of staking, which we think is very achievable, let's say that is one of the kind of the parameters in the model. Then finally, you have what is the reward in terms of like the total reward that you get for producing a block, and that is the fees plus the Algorand Foundation bonus. Essentially, in year one, it would look around 6.5 to 7 algo created per year for that 100 algo that you stake.
What? 6.5? Dude, that's better than Solana. That's better than everything.
It's a considerable reward, but I guess it's a function, AJ, right, of the fact that a few things. One, it's a new pivot for us. It's a totally new thing. It's not an old program. Two, we want to make sure that it's interesting and it incentivizes the decentralization and security of the network. So we want to make sure that it's a hit. And three, yeah, it's like we've tried to learn from other staking programs that didn't work really.
Algo fam, you heard it here first. We just got the alpha from Jaws himself about the future of staking on Algorand.
I'm so excited for staking on Algo, guys. I am so excited about that. Bitcoin ETF options trading on day one indicates the price of BTC will double in the next month, according to Bloomberg's David Balchinian, or I call him Balchinian, okay? Because I don't like him. All right, what else do we got going on here, guys? Texas legislator just said, I want Texas to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve first. Texas has thrown their hat into the ring for a Bitcoin strategic reserve asset class, guys. Unbelievable. It's like dominoes, guys. Can't stop, won't stop. What do we got? CEX.io, new crypto arrivals. Find your favorites. New listings, 14. Yep, Jasmy listed on their exchange, guys. Another new listing for Jasmy. You love to see it. You love to see that. That's 2 big centralized exchange listings in 2 days, guys. If you hold 10% of a Bitcoin, there is only 21 million coins, placing you among the wealthiest 210 million people globally. Top 2.63%. With 4 million plus Bitcoin lost forever, you're actually in the top 2.13%. But here's the kicker: some own more than 0.1 Bitcoin. Only 4.5 million addresses hold more than 0.1 coins, putting you in the top 0.56%. Let that sink in. Okay, what do we got? What else do we got? Oh, here's some mega bullish news, guys. Check this out. Japanese PM is set to unveil 21.9 trillion or $140 billion in economic stimulus package to address a range of challenges from inflation and wage growth, according to public broadcasters, turning the money printer on in Japan, guys. Turning the money printer on in Japan. But wait, there's more. There's more to that, guys. Check this out. Japan is making moves, guys. Cryptocurrency will be reduced to 20% by separate taxation of declaration. Representative Tamaki of the National Democratic Party requests the ruling party. He's a representative of the Democratic ruling party of Japan, announced on the 20th that he had conveyed to the ruling party the request for tax reform on the National Democratic Party. In the investment tax reduction section, taxes cut for crypto assets are also listed. Specifically, it includes a 20% tax on crypto asset income, which is currently taxed at a maximum of 55%, a miscellaneous income under separate taxation. So going from 55% tax on crypto to 20%, you guys. In addition, the government has set out measures to address the 1.03 million yen barrier and soaring energy prices with a temporary reduction in the consumption tax to 5%. The abolish of invoices and the reduction in wage increases. He also proposes I don't care about the rest of it. I care about the fact that they're cutting taxes on crypto in Japan from 55% to 20%. Absolutely bullish, guys. Absolutely bullish. You combine that with quantitative easing as well. Yes, please. Please, sir, can I have some more? All right, what else do we got? The digital chamber, the future of finance is isn't just about markets. It's about creating a financial system that works for everyone.
The notion of crypto was a pipe dream. We have the Trump team now mulling the creation of a new post that would be dedicated to crypto. We're going to get more on that. Of course, think about this a long time ago, where this country was, particularly in DC, how hostile it was to crypto. And now this election, we've had several pro-crypto candidates that won. Not only did they win, but in the process, many of them pushed out anti-crypto lawmakers that stood in the way of favorable legislation. I suspect the rapid development, pretty shocking, even for my next guest, even though she is the founder of the Digital Chamber. Their mission, of course, is to promote the acceptance and use of digital assets, blockchain-based technologies through education advocacy, and working closely with policymakers, regulatory agencies, and industry. And this is what you've been trying to do. Let's now bring in our guest, Digital Chamber founder and CEO, Perianne Boring. Perianne, first of all, it's moving so fast. I mean, really, it's like almost every day, and you must be happy almost every day. It's something that seems pro-crypto.
Well, you're saying it's moving fast, but it took us 10 years to get here.
That's success, right? Isn't that the success is like, no one sees all the hard work that you put behind the scenes, but all of a sudden it is cutting quickly.
Yeah, so I was the first person in the country to be an advocate for Bitcoin and blockchain technology in our nation's capital.
Why were you that? What made you do that?
My conviction was really around the promise of Bitcoin to address some of our most pressing issues facing our country. I went to DC right after the financial crisis of 2008. I wanted to fight for something better. When I learned about Bitcoin and how this could be a technology to create financial opportunity and an equitable financial system for all people, that was something I was willing to fight for. And now this has really emerged as a tool to address our debt issue, can strengthen national security goals, can strengthen economic security goals. It's so much more than just people making money after crypto. That's not what it's about. It's about securing our financial prosperity.
You're looking at it almost from a humanitarian point of view.
We absolutely do believe that cryptocurrencies, they're open source software, which is protected by free speech. The free speech conversations have been front and center over the past several years, mostly with social media platforms. But we are a branch of that same tree. We believe it is a human right to have an access to cryptocurrencies. This is our freedom to transact. It's our property rights, and it's our freedom to assemble digitally with anyone in the world.
So there was a lot of pushback always out of DC. Elizabeth Warren probably at the top of the list there, but a couple of folks who just lost their seats. I was reading your note. Is it 250 now pro-crypto members of Congress?
Well, as of today, it's as many as 290. Our team is still going through all of those 535 members and analyzing who we consider to be pro-crypto, but it's as many as 290, and there's 535 members of Congress, which means about 55% of members of Congress that will be sworn in January are pro-crypto, and that means crypto is the majority party.
What do you want to see from them?
Deal with that.
Well, our industry has faced significant pushback from Washington, D.C. The biggest issues facing the cryptocurrency industry is a lack of regulatory clarity, coupled with very aggressive regulation by enforcement from the regulators, primarily the SEC, but to some extent the CFTC as well. We need clarity on whose jurisdiction begins and where, and we need registration frameworks so companies can bring the most innovative financial products to market, registered, regulated, without the fear of enforcement.
So I've got 30 seconds, though. The main pushback has been that it's used so much in crimes, that digital crimes, and whether someone steals all the paperwork from a hospital and holds it hostage and they have to pay through crypto, that kind of stuff. Is there an elegant solution to that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a very small minority of cryptocurrency transactions are used in illicit finance. A blockchain is a permanent ledger, so an unalterable ledger of every transaction of cryptocurrencies. You don't have this in traditional financial system. You don't have this in the banking system. You obviously have none of this with cash. This is a much greater tool for law enforcement than criminals. And you should ask the Department of Justice. You should ask the FBI that. They understand that. The ones on the front line have this incredible tool to follow the money and apprehend illicit actors.
Perianne, congratulations. Really, I mean, we talked over the years, and you struggled. I mean, you were out there by yourself for a long time struggling, and all of a sudden, all the pieces are falling into place. There's a couple of job vacancies in D.C. That's all I'm saying. I know you can't say anything, but the
struggle is real, you guys. The struggle's real. Speaking of the SEC delays decision on Franklin Templeton Crypto Index ETF to 2025. Shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. According to a letter dated November 20th, the SEC noted that no public comments were submitted following the proposed rule change publication in the Federal Register on October 8th, 2024. The original 45-day review period was scheduled to expire on November 22nd, which is 2 days from now, after the proposal was published in the Federal Registration on October 8th. The regulator cited the need for additional time to evaluate the proposal. The watchdog further specified that they had designated January 6th, 2025 as the date by which the commission shall either approve or disapprove or institute proceedings to determine whether to disapprove the proposed rule change. Franklin Templeton initially filed its application for the crypto index ETF in August of 2024, positioning itself among several firms vying to launch such products in the U.S. At the time, Caitlin head of research at Sigam Crypto Bank, called crypto index ETFs the next logical step for digital asset markets. She highlighted the index ETFs enable investors to gain exposure to broader markets movements without the complexities of selecting individual assets, reducing the risk of costly errors. The strategy mirrors the success of traditional stock indexes like the S&P 500. In October, the New York Stock Exchange signaled interest in listing Grayscale's crypto index ETF, seeking regulatory approval for the new financial instrument. By November, U.S. regulators indicated they were actively considering the Grayscale application. The approval for the crypto index ETF in the U.S. would mark a major milestone, potentially unlocking significant capital inflows into digital asset space. As the SEC deliberates, the crypto industry anticipates how these products could transform investment opportunities. Currently, 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs and 8 spot Ethereum ETFs are actively trading in the market. Furthermore, Bitwise has filed to convert its 10 crypto index fund into an ETF with 75% allocated to Bitcoin and 16 to Ethereum. So SEC putting it off, guys. Let's go have a look over at the Dixie and the Bitcoin dominance. I know you're sitting there going, what is the Dixie and the U.S. dominance, Rob? That's what we came here to know. Well, the dollar continues to stay strong. Waiting for a collapse on this would be absolutely fantastic for crypto. And as far as the Bitcoin dominance, we are looking at, see, it continues to spike upwards, guys. 61.30%, got as high as 61.44. This, for everyone asking why their altcoins are not pumping yet, this needs to roll over and collapse before your altcoins are going to start to run. Please understand that, okay? Until this rolls over, that's when you're going to start to see liquidity, because what this represents, if you don't know, this represents money in the digital asset space, okay? A capital, liquidity, okay? And it's all right now in Bitcoin, okay? So you got to wait. You got to wait it out, guys, okay? Altcoin season's coming. It always does. It always has. It always will. Bitcoin hits new highs after breaching 94K. Bitcoin maintained pressure near $94,000 as the U.S. trading session opened on November 20th, with buyers continuing to scoop up dips. BTC's price surges to record highs. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView tracked BTC USD as it rebounded from 91,500 lows, pushing towards a new all-time high of 94,374. It actually touched $95,000 today, I do believe. Crypt Navu, another trader, predicted that the mid $90,000 range would act as a resistance zone before a pullback. Not expecting to break 100K in the first attempt, so looking for a reversal from mid to high 90s, around 96K zone, then focus on the next buying opportunity during the pullback. He shared with followers. Didn't I say that at the beginning of this stream on the Bitcoin chart? Dormant coins show activity Caution emerged from the on-chain data by CryptoQuant, which pointed to long-term holders selling at these levels. Market tops often occur when long-held Bitcoin is reactivated, the firm explained, referencing the CoinDays destroyed metric. The metric already nearing classic top levels could signal an imminent peak if it spikes above 15 to 20 million. Bitcoin ETF options and bullish momentum. Optimism grew after options trading launched for BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF, exchange traded fund, blah, blah, blah. The first day saw significant activity. The industry expert Joe Consorti noting bets on BTC USD surpassing $100,000 by year's end. I don't think it's going to be quite that simple, guys. As I say, there's going to be a lot of resistance at $100,000, and Bitcoin's not just going to snap through there like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string, right? So it's going to take a lot of attempts. The bears, you have to understand there's a lot of shorts at 100K. Bears are not just going to sit down and allow themselves to be liquidated, right? They're going to fight this area. That's why I have it highlighted. This area here, this golden pocket, this is a battleground for bulls and bears. Between $98,600 and $100,000 is going to be a bloodbath. Okay. So that being said, let's get into the chat, see what everybody's talking about out there. All right, guys, as always, please do hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Guys, listen, I need 4 subscribers. That's it, 4, to break the goal of 6,800 subs. So if you're watching either live or you're watching the replay, hit the subscribe button. Help push us up over that level, guys. It would mean the world, and it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. So please go ahead and do that. Mary, I'm here, Rob, on time. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Ivy says $17. Let's freaking go. David, time is money. Opportunity, time to DCA. How many people are being shaken out? Stand your ground. I know a lot of people got shaken out today, David, because I saw a lot of the comments from people. I'm leaving, I'm selling. Yeah, I know. I'll see you when things are pumping again because you're my exit liquidity, right? Beebs, what's up, Scam? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Futures in the house. What's up, brother? Futures. I read your future. I'm Futures. Poomer. What's up, buddy? WF Capital. I'm here. What's up, buddy? RJ 2010. Don't be like some who sell their Jasmy because it's not been pumping. Buy XRP after it is already pumped. Yeah, some guy did that in the chat or in the one of the comment sections of one of my videos. He was like, "Man, Jasmy's not pumping, so I sold it and I bought XRP after XRP pumped 150%." I was like, "Oh man, that is gonna suck for you, man." Yes, you will be exit liquidity. Exactly. Jetpack, what's up, man? Swift's looking nice. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Bruno's in the house. What's up, man? Lord of the Realm. Good evening. Good evening. Funky. Pump and dip. Why so serious? Is this a buying opportunity? Big pumps on the way. Yes, it is a buying opportunity. Swift holding strong in a sea of red. Yes, I put 1K on bonk. Boom. Nice. Love to see that, man. Love to see it. Matt, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. GT, Rob, is TVL the metric we need to look at for XCN? Yeah, it's one of the metrics you want to look at. For not just for XCN, for Jasmy as well. I mean, you want to pay attention to their entire ecosystem, right? And if you watch their TVL, you really can get a handle on how much, like, I often use Cardano as an example. In the last bull run, Cardano achieved like an 82% TVL in their ecosystem, which drove the price up from like 4 cents to almost $4, right? Because you're taking these tokens out of circulation is what's happening, right? So absolutely. Lily, what's up? Yo, yeah, buddy. Fax, what's up, man? Good to see you as always. Actions, not words. Remember Casper staking during a bear market, proof of scam. Stake. Yeah, but you know what? Algorand's not promising like 60% or something like that, right? in a bear market. But I agree with you. Right? That's always the safe way, right? Is show me, don't tell me. Let's see how this plays out. So you're absolutely right, Fax. I agree with you, man. I never take anything as 100%. Show me the money. Jetpack, it's just boring. Was in the God Bless Crypto, God Bless Bitcoin movie. Huge advocate for crypto. Please do your research on her. Nice. I will look into her, man. Funky, the 15-minute is looking great for Jasmy. Looks to be turning it around. Well, I mean, yeah, but 15 minutes is not a great time frame to be watching, though, right? Green Tea, what's up? Big Pump. Beebs, I caught what you said last night to Wes saying he reminded you of Jesse. I like when the ambassadors ask questions and want answers. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. Dumb money, Rob. You know I'm at I know you are, brother. I know you are. I'm fully expecting when I go live over on the Patreon after the stream is over here that you'll be sitting there with your little earhead things on at work. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, listen, that's the news. That is the chat. Guys, please hit the subscribe button. Help me get up over 9,800 or 6,800 subs. It's getting I got OCD here, okay? I got OCD and it's bothering me. So help a brother out, okay? So yeah, click the subscribe button, guys. Also, I will be live over on the Patreon shortly. So get over to the Patreon. I got some things that you're gonna want to know about where I think the market is going in the immediate term. Also, you can schedule one-on-ones with me if you need help with your portfolio, if you need help building an exit strategy, how to take your profits, all that kind of stuff. Get over to the Patreon, guys. The link is down below. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the chat. I will be live over on the Patreon again, probably within the next half hour, 45 minutes. So get over there. Every day we do group Zoom calls over there. So absolutely, man. I will see you guys over on the Patreon in about a half an hour, okay? Deuces.